Hey, 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 it's low energy. She should be, hey, 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 it's low energy. There we are. Welcome back. It is currently 5:45 in the morning because I have no life and my sleep pattern is all over the place. I can enjoy the sweet, desolate tones of BioShock. No, that's not the game I'm playing. BioShock doesn't have trucks. American Truck Sim. Boom. Let's play BioShock. Let's play American Truck. Yay. Okay, boom. Yay. Boom. Right, so I got a bit of news for next year, and it's good. Um, Metal Monkey suggested that what I do is go for Paddy's Day, get up super early, go into Dublin as early as possible, which is about 9 o'clock in the morning because it's on a fucking Sunday. So the trains are all over the place. Go to the parade, hang out with Claire, which you might remember from one or two previous videos, and then around about 7 in the evening, come back either here or Carrick, and then continue making videos. So half of a day in Dublin and half of a day back in Carrick. So that's our Paddy's Day for 2019, and I found out I actually am going to be going to Budapest after Paddy's Day, so I need to put money aside for that. Right, now I'm almost done. I just need to get myself a playlist going because this game needs a fucking playlist. Okay, now we can begin. I do believe I've played this before, and I do believe, as always, it's too loud! Okay, job market. I'm actually just going to accept the nearest one to me, so where's world map? I guess here. Actually, no, it would be here, wouldn't it? Okay, well, I don't need a... Okay. Welbert. It's like Dilbert and Walmart had a baby. Oh, I put on a bunch of trailer mods. So let's see which ones we can find. Freighter Market. Okay, this seems realistic enough. Taking some sugar from Sacramento to Ontario, even though I'm actually surprised there's an Ontario in Oregon. I thought that was Canada. I thought that was Canada. Wait. There it is. Yeah, so Paddy's Day will be interesting, but that's a good way off yet. Come on, guys. Let's get out of here. I think I'll play Euro Truck on Wednesday for Wasted Wednesday and do the shot challenge there because it makes more sense. I have to turn on the rules of the road, of course. Or maybe I don't, I just have to obey them myself. We'll wait and see. Because then if my truck just gets fucked up, I'm kind of screwed. But then again, it's more interesting. We'll see. We'll see on Wednesday. We'll see on Wednesday. Let's get out of town, and then I want to have myself my first coffee of the day. Because I am now officially hooked on all things cappuccino. I mean, I kind of was before, and I just wasn't honest with myself. Still my tea, though. You can't part an Irishman with their tea. I really wish you could hit like a shuffle button on this goddamn playlist I have. Because I know I've listened to this shit before. But I wouldn't mind. Ooh, that was a tight one. That's what she said. Or was it he? He would say that, actually. Oh, and if you want me to hire it... Yeah, it says that. But if you reload the page, it should now say, American truck. Also 111, Army of Heaven. I have a picture for Evan's Discord when I'm done. I don't know if he's seen it or not. But if he's seen it, oh, he has some splaining to do. Anyway, how are you, Gob? You good? This is going to be a lazy stream today. But later on, I'll be playing some Far Cry. No, I'll tell you what happens. At the start of every video as of late, you must see me looking at my phone or something like that. Anyone who's watched it from the very start. And that's me basically, for some reason, XSplit has this bizarre idea of not replacing the file name when you start up a new one. So the previous one is always the same. So I played BioShock last night, so of course it's gonna be BioShock this time. It's like next time later on today I'll play Far Cry and it's gonna say that it's American Truck. So I don't know what's going on there and I'm not a big fan of it. Hell yeah. Something to do when I'm... What the hell? There we are. Something to do, take my mind off my diet. Also, I'd be gaming anyway. Only difference is I'd probably have the actual radio on this, but, you know, copyright and all that shit. Anyway, it's always good to see a fellow friend forever watching. Today is going to be a lazy... Oh wait, I'm going to be doing a... We're going to be doing a... I'll be putting out the miscellaneous video from the trip to Omaha later today. Wait, it's a trip? No, it's... but that won't be very long. About maybe 5 minutes if I'm really lucky. It's just assorted shit I took from around mostly Old Market. My friend stopped by when he shot a tequila. It was nice. Don't remember the name. You know, I'm not the hugest fan. Hugest. That's a real word. I'm not the biggest fan of tequila. I'll drink it in certain circumstances, parties, for example. then only shots. But I'm really not a huge fan of tequila. And that kind of sucks, don't it? I'll be getting some cheap ass gin for Wasted Wednesdays. Ooh, I like the car that's passed by there. I don't like is the way my truck is just going super slow. Is it? There we are. I think it's just such a steep incline. Ow, 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 ow. Anyway, it's cool that you're enjoying a drinky drink with a friendly friend. I actually have alcohol and money, but I'm now rationing it down to one a week. Save me a bit of money, and will also, more importantly, I suppose, be good for me. I've been drinking a little bit too much, especially on the trip. That was a bit. I was getting drunk every single day. Oof. Well, not getting drunk, but no, actually, yeah, getting drunk, but not getting shit-faced. And it wasn't good for me. Like I said before, I had plans. I had plans to go places and do things, and instead I just sat on the couch talking to whoever. I think I only ever did 2 things on my own on those 8 days. The rest I was there with the guys. It made me sense. Nice. What particular brand or name? Coffee. Oh, I've heard the name. I've heard the name. I don't think I've ever had it. I'm guessing it's a whiskey of some kind. If it is, that would explain why I'm not most likely didn't drink it. As you can imagine, most of our stores has a huge selection of whiskey, and I'm just there like, ugh. I did have a whole bottle of Johnny White Walker though in America. That would be my emergency supply. They got the bottle, which admittedly is really cool, and I got the alcohol inside, which is good because they don't like whiskey. Yeah, I mean the shit I'm gonna be buying on Wednesday is basically like the cheap like bathtub gin, but I've never had it before. It's Tesco's own brand whiskey. So imagine if like Walmart, actually does Walmart make its own drink? I imagine it probably does. If Tesco does. Gets the job done. Damn right. Dude, who has been drinking a lot, my roommate. And he normally doesn't drink. But he stopped smoking, so I suppose he needs some sort of vent. Absolutely. You need your zest. I myself am going to be getting some elderflower. Whenever you get gin, always try and get yourself some elderflower tonic. Mmm. Of course, I'll be doing shots for most of that bottle, so I won't really have the luxury of partaking. But when I've had enough of the shots, I'll probably pour myself out a sipping glass. Oh, that'll be probably late in the evening. God, were you here this Wednesday when I had the bottle of Sambuca? I was blasted. I was royally blasted. Scheisenhammered, I do believe I call myself when I'm that drunk. Scheisenhammered. Right. Um, I think you're all right, man. But yeah, I did a shot every half hour, but I was already pretty jarred by the time I'd been drinking with Chris in there, and I had two of those little mini cans of Morgan and Coke, and I had two big pints of wheat beer, which I don't know if you guys get Erdinger up there. I'm not a big fan. A lot of times, I think in certain circumstances, it tastes great. This wasn't those times. So I was, as the British Navy used to say, 3 sheets to the wind when I started up this stream, and then I did about 3/4 of a bottle of tequila over the course of I have no idea how many hours while playing Rome. Hello, past, present, future, indeed. As always, I am very, very, very happy you've decided to join us. As always, I will remind you that you don't have to join us, and you can come and go as you please. Whenever you are here, just drop a line if you're feeling such inclined. Drop a line if you feel inclined. Almost rhymes, almost. I know some people like having me on in the background. I think my voice is a little soothing to them. In which case, I'd like them to actually come forth and say that's exactly what I use you for. Because I'll make streams dedicated to... Oh, that's why I'm going so bloody slow. I'm 10 miles under limit. I want to join what? Are you talking to them? Yeah, basically. Hey, I actually am added to some girl's list of ASMR, but it was the weirdest video she picked. I just got a notification saying such and such has added you to such and such has added you to this group, her ASMR playlist. But the video was me talking about the video was talking about where incels, my opinion on incels, and I'm just there like, that's the video you want? I mean, okay, I can do that. That's fine. It's just, and I'm heading up to Ontario, but Ontario, Oregon. That's apparently where we're heading. Another 8 hours in game. I actually have no idea how long that takes in real time. After which, I think I'm going to spruce up the truck. I have almost 100,000. Unless, of course, I owe money to the bank. Oh, no, look at that. 80. That's what I want to see. You're running out of fuel. You should find a fuel station. Okay. Where's the next station? That's the way station. That's not a fuel station. M is for map. Map shows you where you want to go. Are you doing a drop? Yep, pretty much. Oh god, where's a fuel station? Are you shitting me? They don't have petrol stations in this town. I have to go out of the town to come back. Alright, maybe if I'm lucky I'll be able to get to here. But yeah. So my next travel video will be next month in the beautiful town of Malahide for Christmas. I'll be going up there to see me ma for her birthday. I gotta say, how do you find yourself playing Truck Sim? Oh, I know I don't play it like most people do, which is the most realistic way possible. I just love the cathartic feeling of just driving to a location. Sometimes with the radio on or an audiobook, other times with a nowadays talking to the chat, and every once in a while when drunk, listening to some music that most likely will get my channel, my video copyright claimed. I find it relaxing. I know it's not the most interesting. That's why I've been spicing it out as of late. Spicing it out as of late. I word good. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing the Malahide one. I don't know if I can go up to Malahide Castle, which is becoming a huge gig location as of late. But I definitely want to see. I definitely want to show you Malahide Village during Christmas, because that's pretty. That's very pretty. I mean, they can afford it. That's where all the money is. Malahide Village is money. How do you play it? Any of the sim games, trucking or farming or bus? Which I've seen bus sim, and if it was like if it was a national bus network, it might be more interesting. But like a Greyhound bus service, but it's just like an inner city shuttle. I also kind of like the idea of House Flipper, but I've seen so many people play it, including Chris, and it does not look promising. Like, there's so many things they could have added to it, like having a housing market and things like that. I mean, the idea of a House Flipper is that you make a shit ton of money. Instead, it gives you arbitrary goals to reach, and then you pass it, and then you do what with the money? Buy another house? If you keep on buying houses, that's going to alter the property market. Hang on, I have a feeling. No, that's good. Coffee real quick. Oh, that's a shame. You've only got your PC, or and let me guess, it's not up to snuff to play most games. Do you have a console by any chance? Some of these games you can find on console. I mean, they're usually dumbed down, but still. Come on, baby. When it gives me another alarm saying that I'm running out of fuel, then I'll start getting worried. I haven't seen a single. Oh, there's one. I was about to say I haven't seen a single mod truck yet. No, I'm bare bonesing it. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you there, man. That sucks. This computer's already well past its prime. Though I only found that out this year when Assassin's Creed Odyssey wouldn't work up to snuff. I had to lower the settings, and I couldn't stream it. And I was like, wow, it's finally happened. One day that'll happen to me, and I'll be like, well, I'm old now. That's what 2020 is gonna be. Me getting a brand new computer, and I mean top of the fucking line. For about 6 months. They'll be glorious 6 months. Anything I want to play, I should be able to play, unless they bring out the next the next game on par with Crisis, and then everyone will say, "Oh, can you play such and such on it?" No, my brand new computer is on fire when that happens. There's a game I should be able to get. Also, don't forget, even if you are bare bonesing it, Black Friday is coming, so you might be able to find a game that might work for you. You know, I play a lot of older games because right now I'm financially crippled. Christmas is coming up, then 2 trips, and then I have to go back to America for the what do you call it? The wedding. And for that, I now need accommodation as well. No shock. A couple that's about to get married can't really have someone be sleeping on their floor all that much. Ooh. Well, if I was drinking, that constitutes a shot. Oh God, no! No, 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 no! Oh no! Oh, oh shit! Well. Go to service. Fuck. This is the first time that's ever happened. 8 hours, Jesus. Oh. I'll get barely any money for this now. And there I was being a smartass. There I was being a fucking smartass. There, I've got fuel anyway. Now where am I? Okay, I don't know why they passed me here. I don't know why I didn't go here, but oh man, that is just painful. Okay, onwards. They're probably going to be they're going to be pissed at me. F6. No. I'm so tempted just to cancel the job. That's just me throwing a hissy fit at this point. The greatest moment of that ever happened. I was literally outside Vegas, my destination, and my truck started to break down and I started pleading with it. This was like on stream, and oh, it was. And then I hit the I called for a service, and sure enough it transported me to the opposite side of Vegas, which took even more time to get to. God diddly damn it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Black Friday. I'm definitely going to pick up some DLC for some games I don't normally play here. You know, just on my own. Crusader Kings, EU4, The Sims, especially if there's like a really good sale on for them. But yeah, but things like this, for example, if they have any deals on say special transport and things like that, sure, I'll pick it up. But also pick up a lot of older games, say especially on GOG. I imagine the deals on GOG are going to be insane. Entire game series for like $5 and things like that, which they normally do. So, you know, Black Friday would be twice as much. I also want to get my hands on things like Final Fantasy 15, which I love that game to bits. I shouldn't because already people wonder if I'm gay or not. But they're my pretty boys in leather, and they're going around the desert posing and eating and cuddling in the dark for warmth. But I actually really like that game as a rule. I got invested in the characters and everything. Plus that car was glorious. The Regalia, I think it's called. want to get that, and I might even think about getting like older Final Fantasy games, like say Final Fantasy 7. I wouldn't mind doing a start to finish Let's Play of Final Fantasy 7. I mean, it's it's a bit of a slog half the time, but it's still my favorite Final Fantasy game. And hell, I'd even play Final Fantasy 8 because while the storyline is convoluted and strange as fuck, and there's the implied indecent relationship between a hot teacher and an emo kid. Damn it. Fucking idiots. Sorry, I'm just thinking how convoluted that whole story was. Fair enough, it's not for everyone, but yeah, let's see this. There's another one, Amazon Prime. I think their trucks have changed in design now. But yeah, let's see. We got Final Fantasies on the list. I wouldn't mind getting the sequel to Company of Heroes, which I played yesterday, and it looks like I'd have to get something like the DLC if I want to keep playing that, so I might play the sequel. Oh, I know there's one game I really want to play. I haven't seen it in years, but it's Rise of Legends. Sometimes I play a game here called Rise of Nations, and it's a sort of spiritual successor to Age of Empires 2, before Age of Empires 3 came out. And I love it because it's kind of like steampunk and magic, but it's still Age of Empires. So yeah, I'd love to have a game of that. And I don't know. There's a good few games I want to get, but I also have to be realistic because I've technically got 3 trips on the horizon now. Christmas. I want to go out for New Year's, which will also be a live stream event. Let's see, New Year's. Well, my birthday's on the trip, so. Oh, and I suppose just basic bills and things like that. I'm thinking about cutting back on the drink and cutting back on the food. Is that I'm saving a chunk of money. Alright, next time we pass by a petrol station, I have to pull in. A petrol station? A petrol station. I'm in America. It's a gas station. They pump gas, even though technically it's not gas. And you know what else I want to get for the PlayStation, but I don't know if I can quite yet. Fuck, I want to get that new Spyro trilogy. I really enjoyed the trilogy for Crash Bandicoot Remastered, so I might like the Spyro one. This sounds like something from a Sonic game. Actually, there's another thing I wouldn't mind getting. I've got a Sonic. I think I've got Sonic 3 on the Sega. Yeah, Spyro. Especially Spyro 1. Spyro 2 I think had a better plot, if you can call the tongue-in-cheek humor a plot, but I preferred Spyro 1 because I've got great memories for it. And the soundtrack, I think it has some of the best ambient music in a game, period. Every time I hear, and the color scheme, like it's so rare people think about the color scheme, but it's so vibrant and rich, and I love the evening shades and the morning shades and the way the backgrounds change as you're going through loading screens, and it suddenly turns into that shade. It's pretty good. I approve on many a level. Are those cowboys? Those are not cowboys. I'm in cowboy land. I should see some cowboys. Speaking of cowboys, Red Dead. A game I cannot afford, and even if I could, I'd only be able to play it on the PlayStation. So I wouldn't be able to stream it because I don't have one of those capture cards. Money. Go Smith. Well, we're about 5.5 hours away. Next time I level up, I'm gonna max out my skill for Eco Driver. I don't want to repeat that next time. The only other game. Whoa! What happened to my voice there? What's capture card for Pokemon? What? I didn't say anything about Pokemon, man. I mean, like a capture card, as in like for the PlayStation. Alternatively, I could. Oh no, we're not going through this again. Oh no, we are not. I should be able to make that. I should. If this happens twice, I'm just gonna cancel this deal. It's a humiliatory. Ah, right. I'm surprised you didn't go down the Yu-Gi-Oh route. You have activated my capture card. Now everything will be janky and lagging and only at 30 frames a second. No! I'm a PC gamer now. It's hell to my eyes. There's another game I want to get though, and I don't suppose anyone here remembers Gex. The loudmouth, wisecracking, fourth wall breaking, tongue-in-cheek gecko that went through TV shows from the 90s, back when everyone needed a mascot. Chill, I still have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah. I watched, I think, the very first season of it. And I think at that point I was just phasing out that style of anime, the sort of Pokemons, the Digimons. Was it the Beetlebots? I remember that shit. Monster Hunter, which only had like one season. I was phasing that out for more tit-oriented anime, let's just say. And if I was watching cartoons, it'd be more adult, like South Park, Family Guy, things like that. Yep, that's the one. I feel a disturbance in the force, or maybe it's my underpants. But you're not wearing any underpants, Gex. You're not wearing anything. Oh God. Truck God, who rules us all over all of us, please don't let us run out of fuel. It was there's a YouTuber called Kadikarus, and he recently played not recently but last year he played the Gex games, and it did remind me that a lot of it was very, how to put this, it was very 90s. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, it was very 90s. He wouldn't shut the fuck up, for example. He would just comment on everything. Okay, here's my petrol station. I'm safe. I'm free. Seriously, if I was a trucker, I'd bring along a huge tank of the stuff. Hey. Well, this trip has not been worth the price. I'll tell you that much. On the plus side, at least it's obvious that I'm not owing money to the bank. Enough time has passed, so. Is there any other game? You know what game I would love to play, and I know it's stupid, but it's actually well, it's not terrible. I would love to replay Siphon Filter, the series that never was. Oh come on, I'm late enough as it is. Oh, Medieval, they're remastering that shit. I love Medieval 1, did not like Medieval 2. Really enjoyed Medieval 1. It had a sort of Terry Pratchett vibe to it. We see a lot of these games are PlayStation games, and as a result... I won't be able to like play them here unless they've been ported, which they might be. I don't know what's on Steam and what isn't, or what's on GOG and what isn't. Or I can just play on a emulator and don't ask any questions, and what isn't. Alright, so we're now fully fueled and we have only about 4 hours left. Let's think of a PC game here. A game I really enjoy looking at, but I've never actually played, and I don't know if I'd really enjoy playing it, is Myst. Especially the first one. There's something so surreal about it. I really like the look of. But when I see it, I'm just there like, I'm not a huge fan of puzzle games, but I am enjoying watching it. So you don't know what Myst is? MYST. It's a point and click puzzle game, and it's you're basically transported to this strange world, very very striking, beautiful world, all pre-rendered images, and you just have to solve these puzzles while figuring out, and everything's all like steampunk, and it has this sort of dreamlike element to it. It's very, without sounding too redundant, it's not redundant, without sounding too pretentious, it's very iconic, a game. Like the ambience, there's very little music, and there's just a lot of like birds and water falling, and you have to pull these levers. They were thinking of making a movie at one point, and it would have been a disaster, because it would have just been one guy looking at a lever, then going into another room, looking at another lever, seeing a gauge, looking back and go like, wait, if I move this forward but I hold this one back, that door opens. Huh, Myst, coming soon. You also had the guy who played Mickey from Rocky. He was in it. And it was all live action as well. Oh, I know what, speaking of live action, I know one game I definitely, if I see it, I'm going to pick it up. Some of the older Command & Conquer games. Kane lives! Yes, he does. Kane always lives. There's a guy who, I think he's like a $100 Patreon situation. $100 patron on DP, and he's like from Finland, and he looks like Kane, so we all call him Nordic Kane. Nordic Kane lives! Fuck yeah. I enjoyed playing that shit, but once I found Age of Empires, I couldn't go back. Not until Red Faction 3. With George Takei and David Hasselhoff and Tim Curry. Space! Oh yes. Hey, if you look back over my videos, I've played a lot of Soulstorm and even a few levels of the original one. I've played them all up to Dawn of War 3, and I do not want to play Dawn of War 3 because that would make me sad. I always loved playing the Guard. Although in all fairness, if you want to go by sheer hitting power, it's the Necrons. But they're boring as shit and take forever to do anything. Another game I absolutely love that I need to start playing on this soon, once I can get it to work, is Cossacks. The janky, bare bones budget game. Because like you could get 5,000 troops onto the field. Fair enough. 2 is brilliant. 2 is was made by the same people who made Company of Heroes, and until late game where the enemies become bullet sponges, the tactical element of it is just brilliant. I really enjoy it. Plus, I think it tells a halfway decent story, especially with the expansions. And for Space Marines, that can be tricky. That can be very tricky to tell a good story for Space Marines because they're so fucking boring. It's so hard to get a Space Marine that actually has personality. They're just grimly grimdark, being in a grimly grimdark world. And that's one reason I like Dan Abnett's Gaunt's Ghost series of books, because it's all about the Guard. Ha, yeah. A lot of people beside the Cossacks do that too, but in actual fact, all it does is weaken your teeth. It looks intimidating, but there's a tribe in, I think, somewhere in Sudan, and because of their proximity to salt mines, their water is very weakens the calcium deposits in their teeth and become very easily moldable. So over centuries, they turned teeth into like an aesthetic for like sharpening. They consider sharp teeth to be very pretty looking. So you see all the men, so when they smile, they've just got rows of fangs. But in actual fact, like, those teeth are incredibly weak. You know, if they get hit in the head with facing a door, you know, a lot of those teeth are going to fly out. Still, it is kind of cool. I just want to get rid of the one bad tooth in my one of my molars in the far back. The only one ever got a filling put in. Well, we're coming close to the end now. This is meant to be Oregon. Doesn't look like it. This whole area is currently on fire in the real world. That makes me sad. There's no real jokes or funny thing about that. Just a lot of people have gone missing and a lot of damage has been done. A lot of wildlife has been killed. And a lot of stupid things Trump said, because he's Trump. I've actually noticed a slight trend with Fox News now. They're kind of distancing themselves away from Trump just a tad, and I think that's the herald of the end times, when Fox is not really supporting their Republican president. At least some of them are, anyway. I mean, you know you fucked up when a fanboy like Tucker Carlson is... Wait, we're in Idaho? We're in Idaho! Yep. Idaho. Idaho. There is a game I have that I actually would love to play on this. Might even play next week. I've got City Skylines on this. And although I don't have much in the way of the DLC, I wouldn't mind playing that challenge where you have to build a city from one side of the map to the other uh, before the dam breaks and kills everyone. Remember Charlie doing it, and that was a bit funny. And LGR. Made by Paradox too, which I have to admit right now are my favourite game company ever since I found something shit out about CD Projekt Red. Apparently, to make the amazing game of Witcher 3, they had to basically treat their staff like shit and drop a huge chunk of them just before release so they didn't get their bonuses. That sounds like a great company to work for. So, I now transfer my one company I think is really cool title to Paradox. If only because I've probably spent years playing their games. Like literal years. If you go through my my playlists on Steam, Crusader King alone currently racks up 1,400, and that's just that's how many hours I've played for it. But that's just for that copy. I've been playing it so long that it wasn't on Steam. And that's just that game. Like then there's EU4, EU3, not EU, Hearts of Iron 2, 3, 4. 3 kind of sucks. It's a janky mess. But 4 is cool. I love 4. If I had someone to chat to, like I would probably just have I'd play a game of Hearts of Iron. Albeit with a few mods put in, so you might constitute cheating, but fuck it. I call it stacking the odds in my favor so I can win. They're two completely different things. Hooey. Ugh. Ontario. I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten a message from the company that I'm working for yet saying hurry up. So this is Ontario, Oregon. Ontario Payette. Or Perriette. Neat, I guess. Paylette. Paylette. American names are weird, man. Yeah. Gotta be proud. You gotta be proud of something that you have a lot of love for. I mean, unless it's hurting someone, there's no reason to hide it, no matter how ridiculous it is. That's why I don't hate furries. Although I will say at the con, there was one or two furries that did creep us the fuck out, and we were slowly like backing away. Like they were in proper fursuits. I mean, the expectation of what they consider, like when they draw, you get all these incredibly svelte and I wouldn't say beautiful, but I'd say kind of better looking furries compared to what they look like in their fursuits. Yeah, no. There was one in particular that we were sitting down, just crowd watching, guessing like who's this person? Who? Fuck you, red lights. I'm the player. And there was this one, and he's just sat across from us. And the way the suit was, we couldn't tell if he was looking directly at us or not. So we just kind of shuffled around our seats and looked away until he took his head off. And then we're like, yeah, that's exactly what we expected to find underneath there. Chubby, pasty, sweaty, with a little bit of a Jufro and freckles. That's more or less exactly what we expected a furry to look like. But, which I know is stereotyping. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, we don't... I got one against furries, so anyone who wants to hide it, I don't see the point. Because it doesn't hurt anyone. I think it's a bit stupid. It's definitely not something I can relate to. I suppose if you want to get really technical, cat girls from anime from time to time, or like fox girls or whatever, they can be kind of hot. But I kind of like the human element of them, rather than the animal element of them. Is this us? I think it is. I think it is. Oh my god, the food center needed a lot of salt, didn't it? I mean, look at this shit. I just brought a whole truck worth of salt to these people. How much salt do they need? Most foods come with its own salt. It's not all that necessary. I suppose... I'm Gorilla Lab in Discord. Cool. I'll check you out. I'm just low energy videos in on Discord. By the way, when I hit 100, like I said, I'm going to do the 24 stream. But when I hit 150 subs, I'm going to open up my own Discord. I got an excellent. I'm 8 hours late. Nice. Yeah, I need to increase on this. How the hell did that happen? Alright, how much do I have? I've got over 100,000. And do I owe the bank anything? Yep, I do. Yeah, you'll find me on DP, DFF, Billy's, Rybe's, Eggheads, I think I'm still on Eggheads. You'll find me in a lot of the obvious places. And a few of the not obvious ones. For example, don't ask me how I am, but I'm actually on Kraut and Tea's one. I don't remember joining Kraut and Tea. And I can't bring myself to get rid of it because I have a feeling next time there's going to be some major YouTube drama, I'll be able to see it firsthand. But every once in a while his icon will appear up in the corner and I'll be there like, what the fuck? But anyway, absolutely, send a friend invite. Now, okay, so I'm not going to do any, so I need to give 1,000, nearly 2,000 back a day. I'm not going to do any upgrades to my truck until that loan is repaid. Wipe away the debt. Okay. Eddie's. That's fine. When the time comes, and I have my own Discord up, I'm not even quite sure what I'm going to do with the damn thing. I suppose just notifications of when I'm going live, and maybe suggestions of what else I can do. I was even thinking of doing a little bit of a cooking one, because I've got tasting videos down, but there's recipes I want to actually try from other YouTubers. There's one called Flaming Brian's Kitchen, and he's a friend of Brad Jones, the cinema snob, and he does, he once showed how to make this huge, spicy meatloaf that looked really nice, and it was very easy to put together. I'd love to try that sometime. Okay, so where am I gonna go with this? Also, I made this tuna casserole thing once, and it was glorious. I'd love to show that. Oh, I put so much hot sauce in it, though. Okay, this one. Let's try these guys out. I was gonna say, why did the couple? Okay, I'll just do a UB here. Well, sorry, UB. I think only about 30 days before I'm off to Dublin for Christmas. So in 30 days, I'm curious to see how much weight I can lose. I'd like to lose about a stone. That's 17, not 17, I think 14 pounds. So well, I'd like to lose about 14 pounds. At the very least, it'll make my clothes less tight. Oh, Evan himself says he wants to do travel videos. I said to him that's a great idea. Even if it's just him walking around the park. But of course he doesn't have a smartphone. Which, okay, that's really surprising in this day and age. But it's understandable. Like, I suppose he's just never gotten around to use it. But I mean, he could do what Ben used to do, and still does in the summertime, where he just wanders around the his local area, maybe with a joint, and just puffs away, chats to the chat, especially if he's in like a Wi-Fi area. When I hit 100 subs and I do my my 24 stream, there's a place in Dublin up near Smithfield where I did the eating challenge a few months back, and it's a tree. You can check this out. It's a tree, but some in the 1800s, a bunch of people put a bench down, and the tree has been kind of eating the bench ever since, and it just looks amazing. Like the roots are kind of crushing the iron and wrapping around the bench. It looks so cool. Ooh, this is new. House prefabs, 31,000. That's not even all that far away. Brilliant. That's exactly what I want. Housing prefabs, 31,000. From Ontario to Medford. Okay, this is new. This is new. Can I upgrade? I think I can do heavy cargo now. Just. Yep. I think. Fuck it, I'm taking my chance. Yeah, I'd love to see what he'd throw out. He must have a few recipes under his belt. So where is it? Here it is. Oh, this is a double one too. Holy shit! I've never done a train one before. Tell you one game I'm almost certainly going to pick up if it's on sale. I've seen a lot of people play it. I've never actually played it myself, but it looks kind of promising. Prison Architect. I know a lot of people have played it, and a lot of people say only good things. I have a secret recipe to cereal. Ooh, to tell. Then again, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? This isn't a secret, but I'm very proud of it. It's about the only food I can make fantastic compared to just meh. I can make one hell of an omelette. Which might not seem like much, but I can churn them out. I can churn them out in by a truckload. If I was ever a short order cook, and I had like a big breakfast order to make, they need like 10. Ow! That was as much your fault as mine, guys. Alright, that was entirely my fault. Sorry, FedEx. I'm not being paid by Amazon or anything. I swear. Now we're just gonna drive away and pretend none of this ever happened. If I was doing shots. Alright. Aww. Well, I got one. Um, get yourself one that has like chocolate that turns to milk chocolate, and then pour it into a cup and sieve it. Pour it into a cup. Put that milk into the fridge, freeze it, and then you get yourself some chocolate milk. There. That's something, I guess. Oh, where's my playlist? Playlist. Playlist. I'm gonna go and check this out real quick. Huh, that was weird. It just stopped and said, "Are you still listening?" This isn't fucking Netflix. I didn't fall asleep to it, although I suppose some people do. Yeah, I mean, when you're done, you either knock back the milk right then and there, which sometimes you're not in the mood for after eating a whole bowl of cereal. You know, you're just gonna strain out all the little bits of grit that might be left over, and then pop it into a cup, and then pop that cup into the fridge. And later on, you know, you might be going, "God, I wish I had some chocolate milk right now." There you go. Plus, it'll be extra sweet because, of course, it came from a cereal. Yeah. I Interesting you said that. A few days ago, I had one of these cappuccinos, but not before. In the same cup, I had some hot chocolate. I got myself some of the Galaxy chocolate, which is glorious. I'm a big fan of chocolate, Galaxy chocolate as a rule, but um, the uh, the hot chocolate is extra nice. So I had that, and then I was like, you know what? I don't need to. I want the cappuccino, so I kind of just used a cup that had still all the leftover hot chocolate in it. And it added a nice little sweetness to it. Although cappuccino, I think, is kind of sweet anyway. I prefer mochas, though, if I had to pick anything. Recently, I went to Starbucks, and I think I was. They said, yeah, I was the first person in Malahide to ask for their winter set. She told me that. So I had a brulee. Oh, it was something like a. Oh, I think it was like a hazelnut and toffee brulee. I got myself one of those big ones and a sandwich. So of course it cost like 50 quid because Starbucks. But I have to admit, it was very nice. And I love fraps from McDonald's in like really summer days, you know. Oh, that's actually something I think we really need over here. You guys, I know in the Midwest at least, they have things called scooters. I don't know if you have it where you live. And they're tiny little box drive-through places. And like all it is just like a coffee kiosk that you don't have to get out of your car to get. And I was like, that is kind of cool. We got ourselves. I got myself a gingerbread thing, scalding hot because the car that they were driving on that trip was just. It was great because it wouldn't break down, but I didn't even have central heating, so I was just freezing. Ah, how's winter treating you so far in Texas? Because when I left Nebraska, it was either last week or the week before. No, it was last week. Um, the snows had just started to fall, and I mean they were falling hard. This music sounds like something that you'd get on a GoFundMe page. New sleek design. Tell me more. You can track your progress at any time using our special app. Ooh, Pepsi. I'm a Coke drinker, man. Your stuff tastes like piss. Actually, Coke kind of tastes like piss too, but at least it's a more vibrant piss, you know? There's more flavor to it. Oh, cool. What, so you're an actual Native American? Not just one of the thousands upon thousands of people who have, like, 1/27th Cherokee or something like that in them. And will tell everyone every chance they get. Which, for the record, they also do for the Irish as well. Oh, especially on Paddy's Day. I don't know how people can drive in some of these camera angles. There we are. I mean, some of it looks good for like taking pictures, but you're just as likely going to hit the side of another truck or something like that. I think we were talking about the weather. We were talking about the weather down there in Houston. It is not. First of all, welcome, Boom Boss Heavy. It is not multiplayer. However, there is a system on the website that runs this, World of Trucks, I think it's called, that you can set orders for other people to collect. And you get extra bonus. You get extra bonus experience and money. Both of you do. It's kind of like a tit for tat tin. But unfortunately, it is not multiplayer. As far as I can tell, I've seen footage where there's a second guy in this cab. It's weird. I don't know how they can do that. I've also seen people get out of their truck, and I don't know how you can do that either. It's either a mod or they've altered the game some way. Yeah, pretty much. It's like the I'll show you. Job market. This external contracts. Complete World of Truck delivery contracts using your own equipment. Record these deliveries and store it to your World of Truck profiles. That's the closest thing to multiplayer I'm aware of. If you know of a multiplayer mode in some way, sure, I can, if you know how to go about it, but, I mean, you just asked me, so something tells me you don't. This is a very chill game. Also on Wednesdays, I sometimes drive, I drive this while drunk, and every time I fuck up, I do a shot. Makes it more interesting. Search for trucker and multiplayer. Well, I'm not going to do that now, because I'm in the middle of a stream, but I can check afterwards. I'm going to be doing another stream later while we're playing Far Cry 3, so if you want to see what my results are, by all means, pop in and I can tell you if I searched or not and what did I find. And everything on Steam needs to be public for ATS. ATS. Refresh my memory. ATS. I kind of hope there is a multiplayer, because eventually this game does kind of have a sort of sterile, empty vibe to it. Which is nice, but... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, like I said, when I'm done here, I'll check that out and see... I'll probably need to set up a World of Trucks profile or some shit like that. Well, that is kind of cool. And it'll work with Steam, no problem. Because I think, I'm only going to be able to join another at the moment with StarCraft, the original. I have StarCraft, but I'm not going to lie, I might have, oh no, sorry, I got it on GOG. I got it on GOG. Or did I get it on GOG? Jesus. I have it, but it might just be a torrent, I'm not going to lie. I've bought it so many times over the years that, you know, fuck it. I'm not going to even hide it. They took my money enough as it is. It's like Oblivion. Well, I shall endeavour to check it out. Alright, cool. I can check that shit out after this stream is done. Which we've passed the first hour. I'm not quite sure. Entering Burns. There's a joke there. There's actually a few of them. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing it. And I'm going to be streaming tomorrow as well. So, who knows? I could even be playing multiplayer tomorrow. That'd be kind of cool. If so, I shall hit this convertible and let's exchange and oh no, he's driving away. Never mind. Maybe Fortnite. I love Fortnite. Battle Royale. No. No. No, I can't. At the very least, I think the last game that I actively got into was probably Overwatch, and that's only because I kind of no, I didn't even play it. I just enjoyed it, and that's probably because I kind of liked the look of some of the characters, particularly the women, a lot of which were at the con. Many divas were at the con, but you weren't quite sure how old some of them were. Actually, I did hit on one that I was pretty sure was over 18, and she wasn't. She wasn't having any of it. She just went like, and walked off. I'm like, oh, my pride. Well, back to this bar. She was hot though. There was actually so many hot women at that con. I didn't really take that many pictures of them. It was mostly the people I was with. Oh, there was one woman who was playing Shigo, and oh god, my god, she was glorious. That suit was so skin tight. I'm actually surprised I let some of the girls in. Yeah, well, I try. You gotta... You know, when I started doing this, I knew I would just be rambling. That's why I called them the Onesie Rambles. But I always feel comfortable, you know? I actually think that if I had a lot of people in the chat at once, I'd kind of feel like I was letting people down if I didn't immediately try to respond to them. But I'd then be trying to hold up as many conversations as possible. I'd have to start, like, deciding who should I respond to and who not. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, come on. I actually, for the most part, I think I hit on maybe 4 women, and I think 1 hit on me. Due to timing, and in one case, her being so drunk she didn't even remember doing it, nothing really came of it. But you know, it's just nice. It's nice to chance your arm, you know. Oh God, there's a story I need to tell. I was coming back from the bar and I found my friend. Dude, right now you're the only person in the chat, and when I mean there's a lot of people in the chat, I mean there'll be a lot. There needs to be a lot of people in the chat. But anyway, I was there, and this I came back, and my friend Ashley, who was in the tasting video and was in the Nebraska video, she was there with this guy arm around her shoulder. Now, in case you haven't guessed, her and Steve are engaged. So she's happily with a guy. But this guy apparently came up to her and he just said, "I've just taken Molly for the first time, and I just want to hit on you. You know, I just really want to chance my arm with you." Which is ballsy, I suppose, in a way. You gotta give him that. But I just sat down and pretended to be her husband, because she already said she was married. And it was just hilarious. I wasn't mean to the guy, and because Steve was off chatting to somebody, but I saw that she was looking up at me like, "Please help, get him away from me." So I just sat down and put my arm around her, and he just got up straight away, and he went like, "Oh, sorry, man. She said she was married," but I'm like, "Yeah, I can guess. You thought maybe she was just trying to brush it off. Well, you know what? You've got great taste in women, and I hope you have a great evening, but you're a few years too late." And you know, like off he went. I hope he did have a good night. I hope he did find someone who wasn't taken already. It was actually pretty fun. Afterwards, we laughed and made up this whole story about our dysfunctional family that we have. It was hilarious. That was a great night. The first night, I think, was probably the best night. And I barely had any sleep. I had just come off a huge delayed flight, and I had to spend the night in Chicago in this shitty little hotel. Actually, I take that back. The hotel looked shitty, but the rooms were huge. And they were only about maybe $50 a night, which I got for free from the airline for them fucking up my flight. But I got back there, and I went. I had a shower, and then I went straight off to the con, and yeah, it was good stuff. It was good stuff. We won't be going to the con next year, though. They might, but I obviously can't, because their wedding's in October and the con's in November. Oof! That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Just keep on driving. The children need their prefabbed home building equipment. Winter's coming. Do you want them to freeze to death? Do you? Yeah, it was. A lot of little stories. I found out a lot of cool shows and movies when I was over there. Unfortunately, one that I really want to watch, Letterkenny, is not on Netflix, and that makes me sad. So something interesting happened in the produce stand the other day. It's from Canada. They need to get that on one of the streaming services we have over here. Oof. Fuck you. Can you tell I'm giving less and less of a shit? We also, great zombie film, Train to Busan. Oh, ambulance. I've seen trailers for it. Tell you a show I do want to watch. I want to watch that Sabrina show. It looks really promising. And I've heard a lot of different people from a lot of different places say it's good, and that includes Ashley and Steve, and even me ma, who you know, I'm just there like, what? Sabrina, the show from the 90s that, you know, I liked when I was like 9 and 10. And sure enough, it's apparently gory and dark and brutal, and They know their audience these days, I suppose. Their audience have grown up. Kind of like how the new Samurai Jack is a bit more adult. But yeah, Altered Carbon. Hmm. Oh yeah, 111. Share the love. Tell Evan. E-Dog. E-Dog needs to know. Speaking of, let's see, am I stepping on anyone's toes right now? I also want to grab my, the rest of my coffee. Oh, holy shit! I got a new sub. That means I got 80 subs now. Thank you, Boom Boss Heavy. 20 more to go, and we hit 100, and we hit that 24-hour stream. I made a promise to Jeff Holiday. I aim to keep it. No, not really. I'm not really. A lot of these are already out yet. But fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Big love. Big love. Let's wrap this up and get back to it. There was barely anything left in there. So now I switch over to my tea, which is the only warm thing here. Oh, it is getting cold. And you know what happened? When I came back from the States, the heating was broken. And I mean, it broke that very day. So, that was fun. It was like, hi, did you enjoy your vacation? I sure did. Well, here's the real world kicking you in your teeth. Alright. 20 more to go, 24-hour stream. So I'll check out the multiplayer after I do here. That 2 Trill World. So we're coming up, I think we're an hour and a half now. What time is it? 7:13. I'll play until 9 my time, so I've got about another 2 more hours. Then I'm gonna hop on this treadmill and do my run for the day. And then, I suppose I should... Oh, I'm making that video today. So that's what I'll do after my run. And then I'll probably stream around about my second thing of the day around about 6 evening time, my time. So about 9 hours after I'd done that. Ah! Thank you for clarifying it. And codifying it, for that matter. I can't wait to pay off this damn debt. After I'm done this, I should have enough money as in like a nice little nest egg to pay off this debt. And then after that, I should do one more trip, and then I should be able to go and modify my truck. Which is something I am so overdue. This Christmas actually, I don't know why my voice keeps on altering. What the fuck? Oh shit! No! I made a boo boo. What did I make? What did I do? What did I do? Wasn't paying attention to the road. Did I fuck up? I did, but it's not so bad. I just have to do UB. Or do I? Where the fuck is it? There it is. No, I don't need to do a... I don't need to do a turn. I'm not quite sure why it wants me to make a turn all the way back there. That makes no sense. Sometimes I think that like someone's dropping a bit of slang or something, and I have no idea what they're talking about. And then I feel when your voice changes because of changing or being engaging in higher self. That or else I just have a very odd voice. But now I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say. Fuck. Ah, hell. Damn, my accent really does throw people off, especially the more west you go. They all, I've heard Australia, Britain, America, particularly New York, which makes no sense. And yet no one ever thinks to just ask me, oh, you must be from Dublin. Which, technically, my voice is kind of Dublin. I mean, it might not be Dublin, but it's still Dublin. Oh man, I absolutely... All is good. Which, in all fairness, you weren't really. So, it's fine. You don't need to apologize for being you. And I don't need to apologize for not being you. You were referring slang. Yeah, no, but before the slang and before I fucked up on the road here, there was something. There was something I was talking about, and it just slipped my mind. You sure you're not Canadian? Come on, boy, you can't be from Texas. A Texan's got nothing to say sorry for. Except that you're not born in Texas. By the way, I need to ask, how this how the steaks up in Texas? Because I've heard the legends. I've seen that you live there. Nice. I have strong linguistic intuition. I sound far more intelligent half the time than I actually am. Oh, that they're glorious. That it's the best steak in the world. And that they come so big that it kind of like dwarfs the sun. That's the rumors. Because I've had Omaha steaks, and those are expensive as fuck, but they are, it's alright. They're alright. Oh dear. So, they taste like shit. Why can't we ever have nice things? Oh, what? Do you not eat it? I thought to ask a local, seeing that they, you might know. Like, Irish seafood is really nice, but, besides that and potatoes, we don't really have much else to offer in terms of food. And frankly, the English do it better on the Irish coast. In the Irish Sea, they do it much better. Especially Cornwall. Cornish seafood is just glorious. Still, I want to try. I've never been to Texas. I've never been, Omaha is about as far west as I've gotten. So I just can see the beginning of the West, just the very, very start of it. But you know, because I always want to compare it to the Sahara because I've been there about yeah, 3 times. Been there 3 times. So I'd like to compare the more arid areas of the Sahara to, say, um, say Nevada, you know, or Texas. And I know Texas is also can be very lush and green. Um, in fact, it's a little bit off. Look at the shadow. That's a broken mod right there. Oh, unfortunately, that's very common for a lot of Americans. You guys need to travel more. I think it would definitely change your outlook on the world if you'd gone out of the States a couple of times. Hell, Ashley's never been on a plane before. I told her that if she wants, I can, as my wedding gift to her, her and Steve can come over here for their honeymoon, and I can rent them out. There's a glamping site up on the lake, just in the next town over, where they do the world famous gin, Drumshambo Gunpowder Gin, and there's a glamping site there, and one of which is a hobbit house. And I'd rent them out a few nights in the hobbit house, so they can consummate their marriage, and also act like they're a bunch of hobbits, I suppose. Even though he's almost my height, so she'd have to act the hobbit. In all fairness, they do look really nice. You can also go into a yurt as well. Nothing is inherently wrong with being ignorant. Like I always say, I'm ignorant in how to arc weld. I don't know how to fucking arc weld. I don't know how to speak Mandarin. And I don't call myself stupid. And I don't apologize for it. I'm just like, don't know how. Most people are ignorant in most things. In fact, all people are ignorant in most things. Now thinking of it, there's not one person who knows everything. No one knows how to perfectly make a souffle and be an Olympic swimmer and can hack into the FBI database. Except maybe Evan. We all know he's holding back for dramatic effect. Alright, we're only 3 hours away from this. I'll pay off my loan, and then which I know for a fact in America they don't like when you just pay off a loan. It actually lowers your credit score, doesn't it? They want you paid off installments so they can make a little bit extra money on top. That's one thing I don't like about America. You guys and your credit cards, you have to do everything with your card these days. I mean, some people here, some companies try to push debits, but like it's for bills and shit. And it's usually just, don't you think it's more convenient to do it this way? And I'll be like, maybe, but I kind of like just paying off it in one lump sum. I don't have to pay an extra 3 or 4 quid on top. I'm nobody to escape the convoy. when it is referred. Everybody's nobody, everybody's somebody. I'm sure someone else said that once. Ow. Well, at least I know I'm in Oregon now, anyway. trees and trees and trees, and I haven't seen a single flannel wearing guy yet though. That's cool. And absolutely, like, but I've got no problem saying it about myself. It's just here, it's so much better than the States. You guys gimp yourselves with your credit ratings and your payday loans and oh, hell, even overdrafts here are a little bit too much, but they're nothing compared to what you guys have to deal with. But anyway, it's fucked all over. However, this year Christmas is actually going to be really convenient for me. My biggest gift, I was told I don't have to get this year. So that saves me a couple of hundred where I can... Ooh, I like this truck. I like this trailer here. But that leaves me a lot of money to put towards Scotland, and also when I go over to see me ma, I'm going to be paying for my food. So I'll actually not just pay for my food. I'll be paying my chunk towards the Christmas dinner. So that'll be nice. Plus, I want to have some money to go out. I was told that you know, if I get bored, I can always just go up to the pub. They won't hold it against me. And I'm like, sure, maybe some nights, especially if they have guests over that I'm not actually fan of. Evan. I always love when he pops into the chat here. It makes me feel like a big shot. But you all make me feel like a big shot. I still want to do that that rabbit stream idea he threw out at me to do a riff on some stuff together. But one thing's for sure, I have to become a patron for him. But right now, financially, ugh. I actually think I might drop one. So if I drop one, I'll be able to do it. At the very least, I'll be able to do the 111. That's nothing. Which is a shame. I like them, but they haven't been putting out good content lately. So. And I mean, by lately, I mean for months and months and months and months and months, and I keep paying them. It's a cool idea if we can balance it. I think we should do one of those PSAs. I know a lot of people from Channel Awesome and of course try to do it like Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theater used to do, where it's just like some public domain PSA. I don't know if he wants us to ad-lib or do a script though, because a script would be a lot cleaner sounding. But an ad-lib, we would just be laughing our heads off, which would make it more natural. But you know, I don't know if he wants to even go through with that. It's been months since he suggested it. Absolutely. I mean, the lowest tier is, the cheapest tier, I should say, is nothing, in all fairness. I will. Poor Evan. At least he's over that whole people stepping on his time slot motif. I've done it a few times, and he's done it to me, although a lot of people are always on live. Pitmonk in particular. often goes live roughly about the same time I do, or J-Dark these days. And tons of other people I probably don't even know about. But he's the one who does this, like, to pay the bills to a degree. So I do feel bad when his time slot gets fucked up, you know? But he's a trooper, that one. He'll be fine. I just thought of something else he could do as well. He could record. He could record. Where? Where is the biological father of Jesus Christ? I don't see him anywhere. Unless you're saying that he's in the birds and the trees, and it turns out the Unitarians were right. I think one thing I think he'd absolutely would be great at if he did some freaky deaky director's commentary, just explaining it over some footage of freaky deaky. Ah. Remind me of that scene from My Own Private Idaho, where what's his name, Bob, died, and they're all just at his funeral screeching his name. Bob, Bob, Bob. Well, we've come up close now. I can pay off my debt. I'll have a little bit of money in the bank, and I can I'll actually even start checking out the mods. Next time I see him, I'll send him an idea of it. Because when he showed us the footage, I was very curious, because I love director's commentaries, I love actors' commentaries, I love behind the scenes. I love how a lot of people say never see how the sausage is made. No, I find that stuff fascinating. I love how's it made and shit like that. So you learn so much. So when Evan showed up and it looked like everything was just completely unscripted and it was just chaos, I was just there like, oh, Evan, you have to tell me how this shit happened. Like, you have to tell me how it went across. And he was just explaining everything. Especially if he's still in contact with some of those people. If he is, then maybe he could drop them a line and they could join him in on it. Could be a freaky deaky revival, man. Freaky deaky takes the nation. Mostly because public access TV is fucking dead in America these days. Except for those evangelicals. But they'll take anything they can get. The hour of power. This is a nice looking place. Nice boulevard. I'm getting a smug sense of self-satisfaction. So we definitely are on the West Coast. Everything seems to be GMO and gluten-free as far as the eye can see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Someone's actually building the house there. That's kind of interesting. I wish they would add it that, like, every time you drop off to this place, you'd end up seeing the house grow up more and more and more. I think that would be pretty cool. Come on, enter. Boop. Meant to do that. Back up. Okay. 18, 19. Oh man, so close to another level up. Alright, where's the bank? Hello, Mr. Bankman. I'm going to repay you. There we are. In all fairness, they didn't even take a single. Thing out of my bank. Once, which is a bit weird, because they're meant to take out nearly $2 grand a day. They didn't do that once. Now, I'm actually not going to go and do a job straight away. I am instead going to go to the nearest upgrade place. Aren't we all missing someone? There, that's where I want to go. Boop. I've been getting a lot of ghosts on this stream, which I enjoy, because the more people who see me, the more people might comment, and the more people that might comment, the more people that might stay. I often see YouTubers my size, like really tiny YouTubers. I was just someone on the side of the street, desperate to grab someone's eye. We've all got little tricks and all little gimmicks. Yeah, this is a nice little neighborhood. They look like houses I make in The Sims. I make very nice, realistic looking houses. Ones that I'd like to live in myself if I hadn't gotten this place. Which I found out I've only gone up in price. So if I ever want to move. That was a nice little surprise. I had no fucking clue. Yeah, I want to upgrade my truck though. Even if I can't afford it right now, I'm gonna make a mental note for next time. So Gob, tell us, how did you find Evan in the first place? I saw him via Drunken Peasants. Paul used to love his rose border era. Yeah. Okay, get you back in here. I sometimes wish there was more than just truck-based things you could buy with this. Like if you bought a house, or you could upgrade your character's clothes and things like that. It's all just truck. Everything is truck. This whole universe is truck. Cars are like the peasants, and we're like the noble knights. I love what Yahtzee said about this game. You don't even get to go to the major cities of the world. You're put in this sort of like merchant's quarter just outside, where you can kind of see it off in the distance, mocking you. Oh, sorry, man. Chat was a bit slow. Let's check that there. Write that on there. How much do you love this game? I love it a fair chunk. I woke up from a dream. Best way I can tell you. Alright. Cool. That's not vague at all. And I find it chillaxing. There are other games I find chillaxing too. I don't love this game though. That title falls to things like Crusader Kings and Skyrim, games that I've put in so many hours in, so many fucking hours in. But I appreciate this game, and I enjoy this game, and I enjoy games similar to it, but some more than others. Train Simulator, for example, would be a bit boring because you're just going through the same routes over and 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 over. And Bus Simulator looks depressing as fuck. And Fire Simulator looks janky as fuck. Maybe I should get Fire Simulator just to have a bit of fun. And of course then there's Goat Simulator. Whee! One game I really did love to listen to audiobooks on was, whoops, you caused it yourself, your car was ugly looking. One game I absolutely adored playing was Farming Simulator 2017. Like, it was just the same motions over and over and over again, but you could zone out and just listen to a podcast or an audiobook or a YouTube video that didn't require to stare at it constantly. Service. Okay, so now we shall see what's we shall now see what we have to pick from. A low roof sleeper? No, 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 no. I won't be able to. I'd have to deduct some things in exchange for others. Actually, let's deal with the engine. That's the most practical. I can't afford any of these engines. Actually, I could, but then I'd have no money. Wow, that is weird as fuck. I'm trying to think, did I know anyone from the? Did I follow anyone from that? Honestly, no. I think you have me beat there. My phone's dying. Let me plug it in. I'm actually going to go blank real quickly. So. Right. Yeah, so most people I know from friend of a 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 friend, like, or they're affiliated. Like, it's 6 degrees of separation. That's usually how I end up following. Ooh, that's pretty, but it doesn't really do much, does it? And for $20,000, Jesus. Ooh, I could be a corporate shill. DHL. Not sponsored by DHL. Striped. I will change the color, so, alright. Ooh. That looks something almost like out of the 70s. What's my order? Striped is 20,000. It's true. That's very true. Get rid of clear order. I want to walk out of here with something. I suppose I'll get a better transmission. Like the best transition I can afford. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it might do some good for the wider world. I still have a little bit of money left too. Truck configuration. And I'll put some interior accessories. Standard sunshade. Yeah. Right hood mirror? No. What's this? Metal detector exclusive. What the fuck? Alright. It's only $250. The standard plates. Oh, I gotta show the pride. Where are the flags? You used to be able to get flags for oh, that's a Euro truck. Air filters. Air filters with lights. Oh, okay. Damn right. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have dreamed of Evan before in dream school. Then again, I've also dreamed of every peasant except for Scotty and Ryby, and don't infer that because we were a bunch of spies in a hotel. I don't know what the hell was going on there, but I think if I just talk to people long enough, or hang around with people long enough, or just interact with people long enough, I usually end up dreaming about them. I did ask Evan for some advice on how to get a lucid dream. He didn't really elaborate much in typical Evan fashion. I suppose he wants to make you work for it. All is good in the proverbial hood. All is good in the proverbial hood. Mirrors, classic. Yeah, they're nice and big too, so. Alright, my truck looks slightly more gaudy. But where's the, that's a driver's license plate. Left hood mirror. Right hood mirror. But where the fuck is the, like, I know you can get, like, hula girls and shit like that. Oh, that's a mod. That's a mod. Okay. There, so at least the inside of the cabin is a little bit more interesting looking. Truck configuration. Let's do the outside of it. Gotta get me some mud flaps, except, again, the really fun ones, like the I support single moms and it's a stripper. That one I have to get. Why the hell would you have white mud flaps? Oh. I will not pretend I am only an acolyte of Evan. Others go way, way deeper than I ever will. And I'm content with that. Okay, the truck's starting to come together pretty nicely, but I still don't like the paint job. Divided? Oh, yes! Yes! But not... Okay. No. I'll have everything on the extreme. Black, white, black, white, black, white. No, that one needs to be white then. This one needs to be black. There. Absolutely. Friend forever. Army of Heaven. Oh, I don't have that much. Oh, I do. Pimp my truck. I don't know if it's pimped. It looks more generic. Truck configuration. Let's see, can I do it into the grill? I already did that. Already have. Grill exclusive? Yes! Alright, I need some money in the bank, so that's that. Ooh, I look a bit more sleek. Yeah, makes me think of black and white cookies, but yeah. All right, let's go on what quite possibly could be our last strip. Oh yes, rum, rum. Uh, as well as the gin I'll be getting on Wednesday. I still have half a glass of Sambuca in there, so that's like 5 shots, and I will probably get. Ooh, I'm much more maneuverable now thanks to that fantastic transmission. All right, yeah. I probably will also get the those 2 mocha drinks, the mocha and latte Bailey's cans. I usually have them while waiting for the bus. Not the bus, the cab. On summertime, those are fucking godsends. They're so chill. Dayton Freight. Yes, but it's a Dayton, Ohio freight. This will make hauling heavy cargo a lot easier now with this transmission. Shit. Although I have to say it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad dealing with all that shit the last time. Let's see what we get. Only one. Not bad. 30,000. Empty pallets. 30 grand. Bringing empty pallets from I suppose it's a bit of a distance. I have to go through all of Nevada and Arizona. There's New Mexico. Burp. Sorry about that. Okay, empty pallets. It seems to me I'm mostly transporting empty pallets. But they don't even look like empty pallets. They should be like in an open container or some shit like that. Okay, so where do I go? Where do I go? Here you go, $30,000 worth of empty pallets. Enjoy. Thanks. Just think of all the things you can put on top of them. And if you have a forklift, even better. I suppose if you're getting $30,000 worth of empty pallets. I mean, Jesus, you find those motherfuckers just lying around in the market. Whoa. This is one of the rare times I can have almost human interaction in this game. Buddy? You look like you're doing a very busy job, but look, I don't want to be that guy. It's just every time I come here, you're always just standing in this spot, sometimes leaning over. Are you hungover? Are you ill? I'll do the thing that they do in Greece. Hey, get back to work! Oh, I don't know how they can do that. I hate the feel of fingernails on teeth. Ugh. Must. What the hell? Oh, come off it. Was I even meant to go this way? I don't think I was. Can I go out that way? Can I just cut through the dumpster and the novelty rock? Oh, come on, baby. I know it's a tight fit, but I brought lube for a reason. Use it. No, I have to go around the long way. Post-ed, even though I have I've got a mod that actually has FedEx. So, post-ed is the knockoff FedEx in this universe. Also, why the hell does New Mexico need these exact pallets sent out? Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well at least I can do a UB and then come back. There we are. There we are. Yeah. I can make it fit. I can make this work. I can do anything. I'm Superman. I'm Superman. Freaking Man of Steel. I did it. Oh, it's so nice that they have that rock there on the side. It's very important they have that rock taking up all that space. Hey, see, that guy is working. Although is he moonwalking? Is he moonwalking? A very slow moonwalk. He doesn't get flicked off because he's doing his job. Unlike you lazy bastard. Yeah, he does. He's got a shitty job and he knows it, but the thing is, he's trying to have fun. You gotta respect someone who does that. Like those traffic cops that start dancing. I especially like the Asian girls who do that in like China and Vietnam. Alright, so it's almost 8 o'clock now. Like it's any minute, any second now actually. So let's see, can we do this in an hour? It says a day though, well, better part of a day to get there. Whew. Wasn't there any major fuck-ups, I should be okay. This will probably be my last trip. Yep, that's very true. How can you call it work if you love it? Reading, second right. Target. I used to like going to Target. I always thought it was better than Kmart and Walmart, but apparently it's gone really downhill. And Kmart's gone now, isn't it? Or at least it's being taken over by another company. In the UK, Tesco's opened up a new sister company. It's called like Joe's or Jeb's or something like that. I wonder if it'll end up coming here. And if it does, I wonder what the hell they'll... Oh shit, there we are, there we are, there we are. 60, 60, 60. Once I get up to full speed, I need to pause and use the bathroom. Release the robots. Hell, just think, if robots if Evan gets his plans into motion. Oh yeah, bit of rain. It's nice summer shower. Um, if Evan gets his plans into motion, then already? Jesus Christ. Okay, where's the nearest one? Is it here? No. It's here. Okay, I need to get to Hornbrook. But if Evan gets his plans into motion, a job like this would be just completely taken over by robots. Which, if they do their jobs better than humans, great. I'm sure he will. So when he does it, a job like this will be taken over by robots, which will be fucking cool. But I hope we wait until like the version 2.0 comes out that can actually drive on the roads. Because let's be honest here, I think the first self-driving trucks are going to be janky as hell. Self-driving cars. They've been thinking about releasing self-driving buses in Dublin. I'd like to go on one. I'd give it a go. Although, oh yeah, cause. All right. Fucking bureaucratic nightmare. Away station, baby. Away station. I know how to do this shit. Great. Pencil pressure. I'm doing the real work, man. I'm low on fuel as it is. Ooh, Hyundai. Roger. Let's hope that they're better than the fucking clones, the Confederate droids. Why did they give the droids personalities a lot of times? Normally for jobs that you wouldn't want to have personalities for. Like, some of the robots are just dumb as fuck and make sense. They're doing menial tasks over and over. Then other ones are clearly, like, sentient. It seems cruel, considering. Like C-3PO getting blasted. Alright, I suppose in his case he's a protocol droid, so you need to go through the motions. Never knew why Anakin decided to make his mother a protocol droid, considering they're slaves. A robot that can do work for her that he can then exchange for their freedom. Now that's something I would think you'd want. Roger. Okay, boom. I'm just gonna real quick. Let's cross your fingers. When I get back, we're gonna see if I've got enough fuel to get to the thing. Back in a sec. Join what? Alright, here's my fuel anyway. I do have the mic on. Yeah. California dreaming. Oh. God damn it. I wouldn't have got that reference. I swore you were talking about the Confederate droids from Star Wars. E. Enter. Oh, Betty. Can he show those anymore, considering last time he tried to show some Betty Boop once he got his channel hit with a strike. Oh, come off. Oh, wait, yeah. No, never mind. I should just reverse out. Great. Yeah, this is one reason why I needed the money. Oh, yeah. We're making ourselves some progress. Ugh. My new coat of paint. No. Except I don't have damage turned on, so it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you, on Wasted Wednesdays, I'm definitely going to be turning. You interested in a flungal box? Is that from Rick and Morty? Sounds like it's from Rick and Morty. How am I? Alright there. We got over 1,000 miles to go. God damn it. Yay! I have to admit, when I was up in the mall up there in Omaha, I went to a store. It's the store actually where I got this, and I think this too. Now thinking of it, and it was they had a whole section that's dedicated to Rick and Morty, and I swear I saw the fungal box. I also had I also saw the love potion that turns you into a the monsters, but it's named after. It's not Schumacher, is it, or something like that? Cronenberg. When they turn you into the Cronenberg things. Ray Todd in the house. I was just talking about Omaha. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the praying mantis monsters that want to breed and eat with Morty. But I tried that and it was just very orangey. That's all it was. It was just very orangey. Well, Ray might be here for the first time tonight, but he is not a newcomer. He is a well-established low-energyite, which is not the name of our fans. That has to come naturally, and I just made it up on the fly. I think at one point I did come up with a name for anyone who's my fans, but I think I was shit-faced. I can't remember. But of course, any newcomers are always welcome as well. Anyway, I tried that love potion, but neither I or anyone else turned into a praying mantis monster. It just tasted very orangey. That's it. Fucking oranges, man. It's always orange. Orange. Orange situation. It do. Oh, you got me, man. I killed Teddy Rubbskin and turned him into my steering wheel. Every time I honk the horn, it'll say right, 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 right. Yeah, you know, right. I'm just doing this one more trip, and I paid off my loan. I did a little bit of sprucing up. I got some good transmission and these air filters that have lights on them, which will be good at night, I guess. And then I'll be done for the morning stream, but there's still the evening stream. And thanks to my latest sub, something boss, I forget what his name was. Something boss, badass, a lot of bees. I remember his name had a lot of bees in it. He said that there is multiplayer in this, so when I'm done with this stream, I'm going to investigate that. And if I can get multiplayer to work, I will be streaming this again tomorrow morning, but with multiplayer, which would be fucking cool. Look at the cube on that. Look at the cube shadow. That's not how shadows work. This isn't the 1990s or early 2000s. Shadows aren't just cubes. That or else it's a sensor bar and there's something very dirty underneath the truck. That's a naked lady clinging onto the end of the truck, humping it from underneath. Curse you, naked truck humping lady. Yeah. I like the paint scheme actually I put on the truck. Whoa. Bah. I'll see when I'm parked. Cool bear. Gotta remember to put this playlist down in the description. ATHF. ATHF. It's like I'm in a roller coaster, but I'm full of empty pallets, and I've got a brand new truck that wants to smash into things. Wonder if you can change the physics in this, that when you smash into like a car or something, they'll just spin out of the way. If I did that, I'd just make my truck into a huge like battering ram and just destroy everything. Damn, that would be a drunken stream. It would probably crash the game. It's like Autist Cat from Oblivion. Autist Cat. Oh, Aqua Team, yes! It actually does! God, that show was just designed for stoners. So yeah, assuming I can't get multiplayer to work, next time I'll play this will be Wednesday, when I will do it as a part of the revamped, or rather re-established, Wasted Wednesday challenge. I get drunk, and then I proceed to... No, actually, no, I don't get drunk if I know what the fuck I'm doing. Where's the fun in that? One fuck up should lead to another fuck up, should lead to another fuck up, should lead to another fuck up, and then eventually I'm just smashing cars into the side of walls and trying to hit me with a label. What was the name of the hillbilly toy that danced? And that really depressing doll with the knife for a hand convinces him to commit suicide. He's like the most depressing motherfucking toy in the world. He's got like a bad kidney. He got like a kidney infection. He's got a bounty on his head. His wife has divorced him, and he has to pay child support. I forget the name of that doll, but I thought he was hilarious. The drum solo of life. You know, I can bring him back with the... No, it's okay, it's okay, yeah, we don't need that. Hey, I went to college. Yeah, but you majored in pottery. Hey, pottery is a useful skill. No, I use it all the time. No? You want something glazed? I can do that for you. Have a kiln nearby. Good times. I saw one of the newer episodes with Ashley and Steve when I was over there. The Bees. But that was Carl becomes their new king. Oh god, it's 14 hours. Hi, Zach. Welcome to the show. We are in the final stretch, but as you can see here, that's still 15 hours in-game, so... I am from Ireland. Land of drunks and potatoes, and apparently good writers and poets. What about you? Oh, cool. I see you're up super early as well. What part of the UK? Bleep. I was spent the first, I think, 2 years of my life in Cornwall before coming over here to Dublin, and then Derbyshire. Nice. I'm heading up to Scotland in January for my birthday. I'm heading up to Glasgow. Never been up to Scotland. I'm really looking forward to it, but not the weather. I mean, Ireland's not exactly the prettiest in January, so Glasgow ain't gonna be much better. In fact, it's probably gonna be a little bit worse. And I'm going to fly through that. Yay. I do not, good sir, unfortunately. My roommate fucking adores it. He's Liverpool through and through. And my local bar is also Liverpool as well. My family is Chelsea. I've thought about going to Wales a couple of times. You're gonna tell me you're from heaven? We're all from heaven. We're all from heaven. But, Man. Oh, Man City. I was about to say, of course you support Man U, and they're like, oh, Man City, right. Neat. I'm not huge into football. In fact, I think the only time I'll ever watch a football match will be the World Cup. And then only if there's something about it that rakes me in. I think when it was being, when America was doing really well a couple of years ago, and I was in America, I found that fascinating. Ah, nice. Nah, I'm not big into sports, mate. Although I'm just back from the States, and it was fascinating watching American football and hockey and shit like that, and just ESPN just throwing out these pointless facts every 5 seconds. It looked like the stock. It looked like a stock market, and like Satanta Sports and Sky Sports had a baby. And every 5 seconds we get like these interviews about the players and. Oh, I don't. Oh, wait, no. There was a team this year. Well, this World Cup, I actually I was kind of curious about. But just to show how little I actually care, mate, I was just well, you gotta support your home. You gotta support your home, bro. You gotta support your home team. But I know that this year there was a team that was like the underdogs, and I was kind of curious to see how they'd fare. We're up. Yep. And yeah, he doesn't know the first thing about Texas steaks. Makes me kind of sad. Okay. What part of Wales? Oh wait, no, I don't know why I asked you about Wales when you just said Derby. No, I want to get to Wales at some point. Um, if only because I can grab the ferry over the Holyhead like super fast. Get that solved. Go over there and do like a quick video of, I don't know. I'm sure there's some train and bus transfers to get me somewhere like Cardiff or somewhere like that. Cardiff, yeah. It's actually, I think I can get it for free, believe it or not. I think I can get the ferry over from Dublin to Wales for free, because I know I can get the ferry from Galway to the Aran Islands for free, which is brilliant. Perplexes Texas. Look at you throwing puns and play on words out there. Once again, hello to everyone who is currently viewing. I am, as always, low energy videos, but my friends call me Bob, even though I don't know why, because my name's Dylan. I will be streaming this for until another half hour, and then afterwards, around about 9 hours from now, I will be streaming Far Cry 3. What else was there? Be bats, hello, hello. Please stop calling me Bob. I'm starting to get a little bit scared. Everyone calls me Bob. Why do they call me Bob? I don't look like a Bob. Actually, do I look like a Bob? I don't think I look like a Dylan. Conway Twitty. Nice. Yeah, I've heard of Conway. No, my name's Dylan. So, a bit of Welsh going on there, at least. Although I think I was named after Bob Dylan, so... How are you anyway, B-Bats? You good? You feeling good? Hope everyone is feeling good, by the way, who's watching this, or isn't watching this. I think we all deserve a right to feel good. Heh, Bob Marley. Yeah, Gobax has been holding down the fort on his own. Poor guy. He's a trooper, this one. Oh wow, you're on the Himalayas. You got some great Wi-Fi service out there, man. Meanwhile here, I can't even get a signal a few feet away from my apartment. Oh, I need to upgrade this engine. I'm going so slow in comparison. I mean, look at these bastards driving past. A sedan passed me by. A fucking sedan. Do you play Euro Truck? I do indeed. When I rotate. Sometimes I play Euro Truck, sometimes I play American Truck. In fact, if I don't, if I can't get multiplayer to work on this tomorrow, I will be playing Euro Truck on Wednesday for the drunken stream. Which will be, should be pretty good. Should. We shall see, though. Oh, thank you, man. Today's been a good day. I mean, it's always a good day when you get to game on games that you enjoy and talk to people who seem cool. But I am aiming towards 100 subs, and when I do 100 subs, I do a 24-hour live stream where I travel to Dublin and I game and I film out and about, and I do 24 hours worth of footage as a 24-hour stream might dictate. So you just helped me get there a little bit closer, and I appreciate that. I like his pickup there. Bit of the classics. Hey man. I'm just happy I could entertain. Hope to see you about. I go with the wind for the most part, but tend to stagnate with love. Gobax is our resident philosopher. When I'm not doing it. It was great meeting you, Zach. I did breakfast before coming here. Mostly because the only time I ever really eat on stream is on my Wasted Wednesdays, because you know you can't just be constantly knocking back food. Pringles. I don't know why, but I like the paint scheme on this bus here. It looks kind of cool. I always like weird colors. God, hours to go yet. Where exactly? Let's have a look at the map. Let's have a look at the map. Okay, I am currently here. So, Topa. And then nothing to Las Vegas. Jesus. I best remember to bloop. I'll remember to top up there. And then Kingman down to the Camp Verde. Nice. We've got a long way to go yet. This is one thing I love about this game over Euro Truck is There's a whole lot of nothing, which means you can just set cruise control on and just kind of chill. Euro Truck, all the roads are incredibly, like, you have to focus on them because they're constantly swerving in and out. Anyway, let's get up to the best speed I can do, which is probably going to be about this. There. Let's see how long I can keep this speed up, because I don't have to constantly hold down otherwise. Yeah, today's been a good stream so far. Not done yet, though. Even if I have to go over 9 o'clock, I still will, just to get this damn thing sorted. Best turn the lights on. Yeah, drunken stream will be hilarious because at first I'm gonna be so like careful driving, and then I make one fuck up, or even the game fucks up, and then I'll be like, damn it, knock a shot back. Then suddenly I can't be anywhere near as careful, and then I do another shot, and that keeps happening, I'll get distracted, I'll get rambly. Yeah, it'll be like the old days rather than me just going glug 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 glug, which is fun too, but it's not healthy. 555 divorce. That was a great time for the most part. Truth perception, damn right. You know, you actually sound a lot like G-Time Gallbacks. You sound very much like G-Time Johnny. If you start throwing out terms like word slaves and Gregorian shill, I'll start thinking that you're the same person. I love you. I love you. I love that man. His Facebook is just a. My God, you need to be doing hits of acid to understand what the fuck that man is saying half the time. But he seems to be doing his own thing and doing it pretty damn well. So, good on him. Good on him. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'll upgrade my my truck's engine so I can have more oomph. But that'll be next stream. Ooh, do you hear it struggling there? Eesh. Oh shit. Sorry man, the chat went down. This is one thing I can't stand about XSplit. I fucking can't stand it. B-Bats, big fan of G-Time singing and dancing. You live in Northern Ireland or Ireland? Oh no, I live in Ireland. As in, I'm currently in Leitrim, which is just south of the video. Big time singing and dancing videos, yeah. Or him on the skip rope. Hold on, what else did I miss? Yeah, anyone who's new here, the XSplit chat often will freeze up for no reason. Don't ask me why, it's a piece of shit, I don't like it. So that's why I have my phone next to, where's the chat? That's why I have the my phone next to me. I kind of do, kind of don't. I like it out here in the country, although it's a little bit quiet for my taste. I'm a bit of a city boy. I prefer big events like gala openings and festivals and things like that, which here does have, and we're not so far away that I can't just grab on the train and go to those. But I like it here because the people out here are very nice, and it's not so far out in the country that I can't get anything I need. Like, we have so many shops just up the road in Carrick that if I need it, I can pick it up. And sometimes I can pick it up a lot cheaper than Dublin. But as for Ireland itself, it's a bit pricey. It's a bit pricey. The cost of living is a bit crazy. Clothes, food. Not fresh fruits and vegetables though. We get them for the most part super cheap. Yeah, crumpet for breakfast. Mmm, crumpet. Hey, don't. Crumpets are shite, but proper muffins, the ones with the little holes inside them, and they have like a black top. Those are gorgeous. You just coat them in butter and just go to town with a cup of tea. Oof, 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 oof. Because I prefer an proper English breakfast. With no beans, though. I'm not a big fan of beans. You can't have a English breakfast without beans. Mm. Actually, when I was in Heathrow, I went to um, I went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Oh, you've been to Iceland? That's cool. That's something on my to-do list. I've been all over the world, although I haven't been to Asia proper. Everyone always swears by beans on the road, but I'll stick with beef jerky, thank you very much. And I love Spain. I love Spain and Portugal. I was, this time, I was actually, right now, I'm meant to be in Lanzarote. I had to cancel the flight because I couldn't afford it with America looming. But you can cancel Ryanair flights. You just don't get charged. So I'm this morning when I woke up and checked my email, it's time to check in. Oh, is it? Thanks for reminding me. I could be in a right now. I could be sipping a cocktail by the pool. 2021, I'm going to be back on my trips, my big expensive trips. Yeah, I know Iceland is very expensive, but I've been to Norway, and that's more expensive. Oof, my God, the prices there were just atrocious. The standard for a pint is like €9. Oh, that it is. That it is. One thing I want to get from Iceland and Norway that you can pick up in online is that that horrible that fish paste that you get in the yellow tin that a lot of people are doing the tasting videos on. I want to do a tasting video on that. We have castles in Ireland, sure. We've got them scattered throughout the place. We've got really old ones and more modern ones. Next, not as good as the UK, but then again, a lot of them were made by the British. Actually, I think they were all exclusively made by the British, or at least the Normans. We guess I got a few Norman towers scattered throughout the place, a few monks' towers. And of course we have our own hill forts, the Celtic hill forts, especially out in the west country. When I went to the Aran Islands, I tried to go up one, and the weather was just so bad, and I was so out of shape, and it was such a steep climb that I was just... Oh. Yeah, Wales is dotted with those motherfuckers to keep the Welsh in check. It gives for some impressive ones, though. Oh, speaking of, when I left Heathrow, I literally passed over Windsor Castle. And I looked down, I'm like, oh my god, is that Windsor? And I tried to take my camera out, and by the time we passed over it, by the time I had it out, we passed over it, so... It was a great picture of it. My camera wouldn't have done it justice anyway. My phone, I should say. I'll probably pick up a new phone either next year or the year after. Probably the year after. Probably keep this and just get rid of everything that makes it a phone and just turn it into a camera. Oh, it's a Samsung Galaxy Prime from a couple of years ago. It's nothing special, and every day it gets a little bit worse. Android, of course. I've been pondering doing an iPhone. It gets the job done most days of the week. I use it mostly for Facebook Messenger, for a few things on Google, and as a camera, especially when I'm doing like tasting and videos out and about. But I need either a proper camera or I need a better phone, and I think I should get a better phone. They're slow as fuck. And the updates, every day you get a new update, a new update, a new update, a new update, a new update. But, you know, more things are geared towards Android. And I never really liked the idea of an Apple phone, but as of late I've been kind of softening on Apple products. So we'll see. 2020. We will have ourselves an iPhone in 2020. And it will be good. And it will cost too much. And I won't be able to use a lot of apps on it because they're all going to have to go through the iStore. But damn it, it'll work. And now I want a Ray's hamburger. Fucking diet. Can't wait to get my new computer in 2020. See what I'll be saying next year. Christ. I need one with a shit ton of memory. And before we say get an SD card, I have an SD card. This thing is clocked to the fucking max in terms of memory. Like, I used to have Tinder on this and WhatsApp and all that shit. Even a few games like Fallout Shelter and Hatfall. Big shout out to no. I'm getting a gaming rig. So I will not be getting it. I might get an Apple phone, but I will not get an Apple computer. No sirree, Bob. I want to actually play games on this thing. And before you say, oh, you can do it that way, no. No. You can't just as easily go and buy something. You have to check to see if it's compatible for Mac. And normally, it's not. Especially the older games. Of course, it could be worse. I could get a Linux. Someone told me that you can get a Linux and then install a what do you call it? An operating system that looks like a Windows. And at that point, why? Why even get a Linux or Linux or whatever the fuck you pronounce it as? I don't get it. Samsung. I think I'm gonna have a custom built, so I'm not quite sure what it is, but I don't even know what like the specs are gonna be because it's not gonna even be next year. I've got more trips to go on next year. I can't start thinking about a computer until at least after my birthday. I wonder if I'll go to Dublin for my birthday, not next year, but the year after. I went to Galway this year. That was a great trip. Is Microsoft part of Windows? Yeah. They're the ones that make Windows. They are Windows. They're like the, oh wait, did the playlist stop? It didn't do the thing again, did it? Oh, bollocks. Hold on. I know what happened. Boop, yeah. There we are. Absolutely. You know, this is a floor model, what I have here. It's a Predator G3, has an i5 in it. I know one of the trucking games is on either the Xbox or the PlayStation. And I know City Skylines and the farming simulators are also on the PlayStation. I've played 2017 on my PlayStation, but yeah, this is a floor model, and when I picked it up,
It clearly was never designed to be used regularly because it freezes constantly. And I mean, I've had to deal with it. Some days I have to restart my computer 6 times before the end of the day. And some games in particular are just, they just do not like this. This is one of them. I'm actually surprised it hasn't happened at least once. So just in case you wonder why I suddenly go quiet and the screen stops moving and then signal lost, that's almost certainly what happened. That or else there's a power outage. Besides that, this computer actually wasn't too bad. I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was the first game that it couldn't play at full speed. And that only came out this year, so... yeah. Yeah. Next year, that's going to happen a lot. There's going to be tons of games that just won't be able to run on full specs or even be able to stream properly. Which would be a shame, but these things happen. So I'm guessing you have an Xbox One there, Zach? I was seriously thinking of getting the Xbox, but meh. I'm a PlayStation. Oh, it doesn't come on Xbox One? That's a shame. It would be a dumbed down version anyway, let's be honest here. It wouldn't be anywhere near as good as the PC version. And by saying that, I know I'm entirely admitting that I'm a PC master racer. I wasn't always that. I wasn't always that. Once upon a time I used to laugh at them and same as everyone else, but then I got this bad boy, and I'm like, oh my god, this is... yes! Yes! I used to live off this crappy little laptop for years, and when I wanted to play Crusader Kings 2, it used to take 8 minutes for the game to load. The day I downloaded it as the very first game to compare it, it uploaded, it finished loading in about 45 seconds. Sony's alright. I think they're not all that great anymore, but like I said, it's mostly just me becoming a PC Master Racer. Do you know if there's any button to turn the cabin light on? Like inside the cabin? Because... I don't know. Oh, there is one thing I want to check. 2. There is one thing I want to check. Where are the lights? The air filters, I bought new air filters and they're meant to come with lights. There they are. Alright, that's kind of cool looking. See you, man. Take care. Spam the keyboard. I've done that before and I've completely fucked up my, I don't know, I fucked up something on a truck and it was stuck in one gear. I don't even know how I got it fixing it. Not gonna lie, earlier talking about that food made me hungry, but I am on my diet, so that's to be expected. When I'm done here, while I'm looking up that advice that B-Boss talked about, there's more of those terrible shadows. I will have myself a glass of juice and pray that my stomach thinks it's real food. We're only 6 hours away. Oh, good on me. Good on me a few hours ago. Reminding myself to pop in here. I'd have driven right past it. Now, of course, I've had all the rules turned on. I'd feel fatigued at this point, I guarantee you. I start falling asleep every 5 seconds. Yeah, Raytard, who was here earlier, he still might be listening, I don't know. But he told me about, like, actually being a trucker. Because he was a trucker, and it was kind of fascinating. Live it instead of die it. No, my trip to America really opened my eyes. And then when I weighed myself, and no, you can ask me, but I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. All I'm going to say is I'm a little bit too much on the fat side. A little bit is being generous. So I have 9 months until the wedding to lose as much weight as I possibly can, while at the same time enjoying myself. So one day a week, that's my cheat day. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Also big events like say Christmas, my birthday, New Year's. Well, actually, it's New Year's then my birthday. But my trips, of course, you don't go on holidays on a diet. Besides which, I'm going to be in Scotland. I have to try a deep fried Mars bar. I have to try that shit. You know? I will search far and wide for a deep fried Mars bar. Wait for it. My damn beard's getting in the way. Curse you, beard. It's gone all fluffy over the past few days. Maybe all that rarefied atmosphere that I went through in on the flights did a number on its fuzziness. Instead it's become fluffy. Fluffy beard. I like it better fluffy than fuzzy anyway. Wiry beard feels horrible. Feels like pubes, it does, and not the fun type of pubes. The fun type of pubes? What the fuck am I talking about? Say it what you may have to keep our... Yeah. I know. But this isn't my first rodeo. I need to lose some weight. I'm not gonna even lie, face pubes. Oh yeah. Hell, you must fun pubes, hashtag fun pubes, fun pubes and not fun pubes. You know the difference. You can already think of but yeah, I have to admit I got out of the bath a little while ago, like a few days ago, and I looked like a turkey. I really did. The way my stomach looked, I looked like a roast, big plump turkey. And I was like, oh god, Dylan, you have to do something about this. You can't just pretending that it's not so bad. You've put on a fair chunk of weight over the past few months leading up to the trip. So, hopefully I'll lose a stone in a month. Which won't be so bad in the beginning, because you lose a lot of liquids and shit. And then I'll keep seeing. Hopefully I can lose a good few stone before the actual trip itself. The wedding, that is, because it's going to be a cosplay wedding. Right now, they want me to dress as Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones. Hi, Vegas. Which will be hilarious if I can actually find the outfit that doesn't cost 500 quid. I'm not paying that. Jesus. But yeah, they want me to be old Robert Baratheon. Hurry up and kiss her before we all have to take a piss. Yep, I'm gonna throw myself in with the same determination as I do with everything that I really want to do, which is surprisingly a lot. Yep, she's going as Thranduil from Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and I forget what he's going as. They've got a guy, a good friend of theirs, is gonna do the wedding, and he's dressing up as Charlie Chaplin. Though he wanted to go as Hitler, and they were very polite but firm in telling him, no, my family is gonna be there, and a lot of my family is. Both of them are saying this. A lot of my family is gonna be absolutely. They're already pissed off that it's not gonna be a religious themed wedding because they're both atheists. I am going to have so much fun there. But until then, I have to work my ass off in losing enough weight as possible. Besides which, there were actual times at the con I could have chatted to some more women, or maybe, followed up on something, and I was just immediately like, yeah, they can probably do better than me. Any cosplay will do. Like I said, one guy's going as Charlie Chaplin, I'm going as Robert Baratheon. There's another guy who's going to be a best man who's going as young Robert Baratheon. So I'm going to be old Robert Baratheon. Ha! Nice. They thought I could go as Jason Momoa, as Khal Drogo, just with a wig, and I'm like, yeah, look at me. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, I definitely would. I wouldn't say no to King Robert wandering around with a drinking horn. Where's the breastplate stretcher? uh. I sometimes wish I could lose, like, I was like a lot thinner, a lot better looking, so I would just dress however I want, which I do. Um, which I do, but I mean, I'm always constrained by my size, so that's one more reason why I want to lose weight. For a sheer aesthetic version. I'm going to a wedding now, I wish it was that cool. Still, weddings are pretty cool. They are declarations of love. Drive carefully. You don't know me! But, I want a drinking horn. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. It's 9 now. Well, I'm still I'm about 5 hours out, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up before I end the stream. So I'm good for another 5 in-game hours, give or take. There was enough people at the con that had drinking horns. I need a drinking horn, need a goblet, and just constantly fill. Yeah. Anyway, you could go as cosplay. You could go as anyone you wanted. I mean, you're gonna get weird looks, but that just will be breaking the ice. Yeah. Right. 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 You can see how much fuel I'm saving with that eco saver set. He's right, man. You gotta be as cool as you feel. God. Part of me really regrets not taking as much footage of those girls at the con. That were just, like, scantily clad and so fucking hot, and you can't believe that they're fucking nerds. But, I already was dressed in a trench coat and hat. I didn't actually, and fedora. I didn't actually want to come across as like even more of a creep. But I would have been a classy creep because I'm Irish. Actually, I think a girl actually said that to me. Like, whatever you do, you get 20 extra points just for that accent. Oh, American girls and this accent works so well. And, Hungarian girls too, because I'm going to Budapest in March, so. And who knows, maybe even Scottish. Although, probably not. I'll have very little understanding of what most Scottish people are going to be saying, especially when they have a few drinks down them. I'll just be nodding and going, right, man, cool. Like that scene in Hot Fuzz where they need a translator for the old guy, and then he gets translated back, and yeah, that's our islands for you. And to think English came from these places, these lands. Hashtag Americans like accents. You bloody well do. You bloody well do. And it's absolutely, it is really surprising because my accent is about as un-Irish to a lot of people, especially actual Irish people, as you can get. But, no, they do enjoy it. Especially in Rabbit. When I'm in Rabbit, especially on Ryby's Rabbit. Um, they like when I start speaking or Jesus! Do shit like that. Just made it. Totally planned. This is why I have to pay attention to the road. One more reason I'm actually kind of glad the stream is starting to wrap up now. Okay, 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 okay. Oh. Worst thing in the world, being a fat guy going on a diet, is just feeling your stomach contracting. Oh, it does not like you. I think I clipped a car trying to avoid one of the cones. Because those cones, believe it or not, are actually, they're rock solid. When I see that, I just think of Neapolitan ice cream, that logo. But then again, well, girls and boys, it's all good. So, yeah, I think, yes, you did. Yes. That was the Mac and Me stream with Evan. I kind of like this theme. This is a nice song. It has a sort of cheap anime ending credit theme to it. Fucking Mac and Me, man, Jesus. That's kind of why I do it. I used to follow this guy on YouTube called Brutal Moose, and uh, he was a bit I don't know, more geared towards kids, but I liked him when I first started watching YouTubers properly, and I still like his PSA videos. I think they're pretty good, but he sometimes did live streams of him playing this game. And I noticed it had less to do with the actual game and more to do with just chatting to people. And I've noticed a lot of people do that. Like, a lot of people play Factero or whatever the hell it is. And they don't really play the game. They're just talking to the chat and talking among themselves. That's kind of my end goal, you know. I want a little bit of a community. It doesn't need to be a huge one. You got the kids in mind. Keep the kids in mind, a part of me says. Ah! All are welcome, but this is an adult stream. Swear, like I constantly do. Talk about the most filthiest thing in the world. As long as you don't spam the chat with nigger over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You know. I don't mind. In fact, I've only ever had one troll ever since I started doing streams. Only one. And I felt very... don't call me Grandpa. What's that about being a neighbor? This goes, Jesus Christ, is my neighbor. That's not what he said. Really? That's not what he said. Demonetized. Oh, yeah. Right. Ooh, look at this inspirational poster right here. We drive for tomorrow. We drive for America. We drive for you. Welbert Transport. Connecting you. At some point there has to be like just a guy staring off into the middle distance and like with an American flag flapping behind him. Oh my god, over in the States when you guys were doing your midterms, the ads I'd get on my phone were just the most retarded shit. It was the equivalent of like dangling keys. Um, in front of their audience. Oh, I like Jones's Soda bubblegum. I absolutely love that shit. Failing that, I'm a big fan of a lot of stuff we get over here. Like, say, Lucozade, and, which is not like Gatorade. Mr. Pibb is kind of nice. I don't know why, but I find Mr. Pibb kind of nice. We can't get that over here. We used to not be able to get Mountain Dew, and then we did, and now I regret that we have Mountain Dew. Every once in a while I'm like, yeah, Mountain Dew is nice. And then I try it and I'm like, no it's not. Why did I keep thinking it's nice? Oh, there is an English one, Bar Soda. And they have things like bubblegum cream soda that's very rare to find, but there's a store in Carrick that sometimes sells it, and it is glorious when you get it. And also Tizer is good too. The fizzy drink of the United Kingdom. No, it's not. Hasn't been since the bloody 70s. Ireland has only one real unique one, and that's TK. TK Red is real nice. It tastes like red. That's it. That's all I can think of. Sodas. Now a soda is something I could actually have on this diet, but the fact is I don't have any coin. We got a big old bill that I had to fling money at, so I am currently absolutely skint. But we got juices, and juices are better for you. Gingle, gingle. Yippee-yay. There's no wedding bells for today. Do 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 do. I got the spurs that jingle, jack, jingle, 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 as they go. What? So was it? No, no, no. As I go merrily along. Yeah, I think it's something like that. As I go merrily along, jingle, jingle. No, oh, ain't you glad? Single, single, single. Then it's something like very bad from wrong or something like that. I don't know. New Vegas, you are glorious. I had to start playing that shit again. I've tried to get the new mod for the prequel set in Northern California just before the events of New Vegas. I thought that was a pretty cool game. Would you believe first time over there was the first time I ever tried Smart Water, and I have to admit, Smart Water, it's good. It's good. I kind of like it. There's a weird hint of something that I'm not quite sure what it is, but yeah. Yes, yes, we should. I actually went to Taco Bell for the first time in 5 years. Day 2 of this last trip, and I got the Mexi Melt, which yes please, and I got that cheese and potato wrap, but that tasted terrible. Ugh. And I think I got some OJ or some shit like that, because we all got some OJ. I still love that Scooter's place with the gingerbread coffee. And also the, what do you call it, the frap. Them electrolytes in them waters. It's electrolytes. Plants like it. Yeah, but if you thought just spraying regular water on it, Water? You mean like from your toilet? From the toilet, water plants, toilet water. I can't stand Gatorade, but like I said, Lucozade is just glorious. Ice cold can of Lucozade when you need a perk up. And Red Bull too. Big shout out to Red Bull. That stuff can be crack if you let it. You can just down cans of that shit a day. We're almost there now. Damn, look at how much time flies when you're chatting to the chat. Doing chat things. Like, chat. Piss off, I'm biting. And porn in the future is just a woman carving a steak with her feet. Welcome back to America's most popular TV show. Ow, my balls. That year, the most popular popular movie was simply entitled Ass. For an hour and 45 minutes, it was just an ass on screen. It won 9 Academy Awards that year, including Best Screenplay. I love that movie so much. Well, you guys be the judge. I mean, the states are all down to a T, but the scale is, of course, very different. I wonder when they'll, what state. I hope they have Seattle next. But I want more states. Like, I want the states here. I want all this. It doesn't have to go the entire length of America. It'd be kind of cool if it did, but it doesn't have to. I'd like, just to make life easier to drive around. Also, you know what else? I know it's American Truck Simulator, but let's, like, go to Vancouver or, down to, Monterey. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, Ohio, damn, that would be, that would be a bit tricky. Eventually they should do all of America. Absolutely they should do all of America. But God damn it. But I understand why that would be a bit more trickier than, say, Europe, because Europe's smaller and it's more compact. Let's get tricky. I thought a euphemism for something. Maybe it is. I'm hungry, but not for the D. I'm not gonna gobble your gob, Axe. Alright, this is it. This is it. We are 15 minutes behind schedule, but fuck it. We're currently 6 out of 15 in the Copper State. Today was a good stream, and it was only the first of 2, so let's just go and wrap this up, then I will say my goodbyes and just my notifications and shit like that. Next, like I said, next stream will probably be at 6 in the evening here in Ireland, so that's GMT, so I don't know what time that will be for the rest of you guys. Tempting, but no. I just want to wrap this shit up. I'm also losing the feeling in my ass as well, that's another thing. Yeah, it was. Got new subs, met new people, talked to some old friends. It was hell. It was everything I want, except I also want some food. But you know, it's only day 3 of the diet. My body's only now realizing, I think, what's happening. Forgot this is not how you line up your truck. This is how you line up your truck. So my belly can complain all at once. Oh, come on. That's good enough. Anal retentive bastards. Come on. It needs to be exactly lined up. No, it doesn't. Well, it looks prettier. Well, kind of. Bah! Good enough. Boop. Boop. Alright. We got a new level too. So I'm going to add that to the fuel economy. Ah, neat. Okay, so 30% of fuel saved and up to 35% of fuel saved while driving free. Nice. Okay, so to everyone, both new and old, who popped in, thank you very much. Today has been surprisingly more successful than I thought. Not surprisingly, it has just been more successful than I thought. Redundancies. Oh, my bottom hurts. I've been sitting here for about 3 hours now. Oof. So, everyone who popped in, thank you very much for popping in. Anyone who watched in the, who's going to watch in the future, thank you very much. Hope you have a good time. If you aren't already, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell if you do, particularly the notification bell if you do, because for fuck's sake, that bastard is janky as hell. Rotten Pimple. Hello. Hello, rotten people. You're here right at the end. But I'm back this evening at around about 6 o'clock my time, 6 in the evening, where I will play some Far Cry 3. And I will also give the update, particularly to that guy there, Boss B or whatever, to whether or not you can play multiplayer. If you can play multiplayer, I will get myself set up, and I will be playing this again tomorrow morning, roughly about the same time. But this time with multiplayer, which might include some voice chat. So that's interesting. If what he said was true, I have to check that shit out. If not, what I will do is I will play what I had planned anyway. So I'll tell you all about that anyway later on this evening. So thank you to everyone. Stay classy, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.